HB 3974 would require voters responding to a confirmation notice to supply, quote, evidence of the voter's residence address, unquote, by providing a copy of one of the documents specified in Section 4 of the bill, such as a driver's license, license to carry a concealed handgun, utility bill, etc., unless they qualify under one of the narrow exceptions also listed there. This evidence requirement clearly violates the National Voter Registration Act, which allows a voter to respond to a confirmation notice by simply stating in writing that they are registered at the correct address. It would therefore ensnare Texas in needless and expensive litigation from the moment it is enacted, which Texas will lose. We therefore recommend the committee not report the bill out favorably to the full House.
Chair recognizes Representative Busey.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Slattery, can you talk about what the trigger is in this bill? When do they decide who they're going to go after, who they're going to look at to confirm addresses? Do you know? Or?
I think the secretary could probably give you more detail on that.
I'm going to talk to them.
But,
okay.
but I think it's, if there's some reason to think that the voter is not eligible to be on the roll.
Can you elaborate on the last witness talking about, and I remember when I was doing a lot of voter registration, registering individuals that may be homeless or struggling with that you can use an intersection, and I think a lot of people have done that. Can you talk about that and how this impacts those Texans' rights to vote?
Sure. I think, it is common for people to assume that everyone else is, like them and lives at a fixed address for long periods of time. But, many people, for many people, it's not the case. Either most particularly people who are homeless, which is why voter registration laws typically allow people to register by describing the location that they're at if they're not at a fixed address. Also, it's, when we talk about bills like this one, we live in a very mobile society. People are moving all the time, and particularly when you are young, like a college student, you are changing addresses all the time, and it can be kind of hard sometimes for the voter registration rolls to keep up. And in fact, that's one reason why Texas's current paper-based voter registration system is so antiquated, frankly deteriorating, is that, we are used to updating government databases online all the time, but Texas is one of only, I think, 10 states now where you can't just go on a website and update your voter registration address. So regardless of the merits of this bill, I don't understand why it's coming before an online voter registration bill.
Sure. Let me ask you another question. So you talked about someone that may use an intersection or a description of where they reside. How would this bill work for them to then confirm? How would they get the notification that they need to confirm?
That's a good question. I don't think people, who don't live in a particular place, that they don't get mail easily, to put it mildly. So it would really be a disadvantage to them.
All right, I appreciate it. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, members. Any other questions for Mr. Slattery? Thanks, sir.
Thank you.